with a shred. And instead of eliminating movements, now you get a good student. But you see, oftentimes, when you get your students knowledgeable and learning the terminology, while you speaking, you say, hey, I introduce legs. If you fast students that's in party, some guy's bragging about what they do, the 5 on road. And he goes up to the chest, you know, just push your head down the angles so that you can elongate circle and round on the corners. And then he shows you. And then, you know, all of a sudden, you got a student while you speak. You're conveying that which you're teaching, which then stimulates the guy saying, I live it down, take time to see it better. He can shed his ego and see that which you have, be better at it. It comes to you, but whatever it is, I tell you, the technical skills of our students are getting better and better and better at all over. That's what we're here for. We're here to convey and help me understand and to see what the underlying needs are and the subliminal innuendos within the movies. That's important. Again, throughout the day, we're going through the two Silva development. The one statement that you remember when you ever say, period. Remember this, if you want to expand and expand on the knowledge of what you have. There's a new concept of person, or even definition. There are opposites and they're reversed. If that statement was taken to heart and understood fully, your knowledge totally increased. We don't want that. We should every time how that statement was permanent in everything you did. Okay. We're going to start with the formation setting. This, see, from form 1 to long form 2, this sort of definitions from 3 on, this sort of like encyclopedias, sets are no more than appendages to what you get. That's the analogy there. You want to go to the next one? Yeah. Take it slowly.
First time most. Okay, start course. Left to right.
Okay, now let's go back to this and watch. Why is it goes back to the right? Sometimes you'll have students that ask you, never mind. One minute you put that in the head, what happens? I don't know, like, knows this. Normally, left and right means to lead the strong. I say, wait, but I'm left. The majority right now. So it's a weak that comes to the strong. Okay?
Position. Right leg back. Vertical out of the block.
Okay, now when you look before the cloud, we should be in a neutral pole. The neutral pole is no more than the up toe to the ball foot that's behind the heel of the rear foot. Now, relax a bit. You don't mind I do this. I don't think this is important. Before we go on any further, we had 3 paintings on the wall. One by Michelangelo, Rembrandt, and Van Gogh. What makes one painting different from the other? Without start. What is that?
When they apply the brush strokes, the pointing wasn't.
Style is the method of execution and the interpretation of the use of thoughts. But in all 3 cases, what are the constants?
Canvas paint.
What are the variables? With concession, interpretation. What are the other constants in each of their paintings? The illusion of height, width, and depth. The fact that within those are the 3 dimensions permitted to painting. If that is what makes a picture an art, should we, having an art of motion, not also comply to proper width, depth, and what's the two of height. But in conflict, height then becomes automatic. So in the execution of your stance work, you should have a toe-heel relationship, meaning a straight line down the middle. That toe and that heel. Because if you this way, then you're a tightrope walker. It's the other way you have axis in which to kick, if you can cover yourself. Okay? So this is what gives you your width. Bringing your knee down, right from where it's at, so that it's lined with the heel of your foot, gives you then the proper depth that this stance should be in terms of proportion to you. Now you got the width, now that you got the depth, you get it comfortably. Height is automatic. Okay, now, so what we're saying here is that even dimension applies to us in proportion to our body. Correct? Now, if proper dimension is an asset to us in terms of mobility and everything else, could we, taking the phrase I said earlier, to remove concept, principle of definition as an opposite reverse, could that apply here? And if so, how? Very easy. If proper width, depth, and height can be an asset to us, can we make it an unasset to the full? There's no such word. You know what I'm saying? Is that not the opposite of what it does for you? Yeah. And now, the guy's taking a pull, and I keep setting down his width, so I'm now making a tension. See, the way the guy gets punched with full power is to see his width. If you keep the width from coming forward, you can't get the punch of it. So in time, if you don't dimension in terms of how it applies and works for you, you can have it not work for your opponent. There goes the term, inflate. There remove contact things or definition. It's an opposite reverse. So just remember, anything that you do, you cannot do defensively. You really can't. Together. Okay? I'm glad. You kind of basically understand. But supposing you drop back to stabilize your base. Now, when you drop back to stabilize your base, what do you do to my base? Your base on the yeah, you need it very interesting. This is what works for you. Right, how it works for you. Put yourself in favor. Good image this way. Opposite from what you do. And you always want that you do favorable to you. That's favorable. Okay.
Right leg back, with a forward, jab, hit it with overload punch, kick punch, and back.
Now, very important question that is happening right here in this particular coordination set. Have you ever heard of the term midpoint balance? You have not heard of this. Don't be bad. Don't do bad. Because there's nobody else there. I created that. Okay? We have what we call directional harmony. In other words, if I'm moving here, my whole body, that's directional harmony. If I go this, I'm trying to hit here, and my other body weight is going here. It's not harmony. It's disharmony. Okay? So now, in the execution, you don't want to make vehicles, right? In the execution of what we're doing right now, one would think that after the kick, what we do, what's the concluding move?
Running back in the stance punch.
Hey, wait a minute. My foot's going in, but my foot's going in. Right? Good. Going against the directional harmony concept. Look at that. Not me. Because you have midpoint balance. If I go this way with my body is not moving. My midpoint balance is still getting whack. I still get power. Because my main part of my body remaining neutral throughout the course of that. That makes sense? Yes.
You push off the floor, and that's the track you on the floor.
Yes. But the point is, the bulk of the body mass stays the same. It has not taken favor of the frontal movement of the rib. Yes, how odd it did that. But when we get done, you'll be able to.
To monogamy part was made plain.
Balance. Balance.
Take it to folks back.
Yeah.
Right leg back. Lock.
This is a coordination set, basically, to make the students to learn how to use opposites in the university. Here is sort of this. You look upon it as a coordination exercise.
Jab. Punch.
Get one.
Step through foot over. Right. Get it forward. Jab. Get a punch. Get a punch. Punch. Hold it off the angle. Right leg back.
It is an angle. That's the direction you're facing in at one time, going back, going forward, last switches. Go forward, back, switches. So we'll be going around a clock, so to speak, ending up facing every wall that's in the building.
Jab. Get a punch. Big punch. Punch. Step through. Same angle. Lock. Jab. Punch. Big punch. Punch. Switch your angle to 60 o'clock. Right go back. Out the block. Jab. Punch. Kick punch. Punch. Step through right leg. Out the block. Jab. Punch. Kick punch. Punch. Change the angle to the road. Right leg back. Outward block. Jab. Pivot punch. Kick punch. Punch. Step through right leg. Outward block. Jab. Pivot punch. Kick punch. Punch. Face in front. Right leg back. Outward block. Jab. Punch. Kick punch. Punch. Step through. Outward block. Jab. Punch. Kick punch. Punch. Left leg forward in the horse.
Now, as you know, you can be tended to do. So, we'll counterclock. If we went to the opposite side, we then go clockwise. You could do that. We used to be or extend the exercise with the student. Okay. This is an instructor's class. I'm going to teach as an instructor, not as a student, as an instructor. Instructors learn the whys along the way. It's the student that knows how and the why in many cases. So here we have this particular coordination set. It's going counterclockwise to start with. Going back to the turtle, every two concept we can go clockwise and going to the opposite side. So two keeps to move. Okay. Another point is after we've gone to forward motion, take note of the fact that whenever we penetrate to the known, the unknown or semi-unknown, we'll start away from it rather than moving forward. Really, if there's something coming, you don't know quite what it is, I'd rather you move back as opposed to moving forward. And that's why in course of learning to cover, one of the things that is needed to cover is that if that which is behind us is unknown, we always move to the opposite side so we face the opposite direction. But in the pivot, we actually drop it away from it rather than toward. You know, some of the Japanese styles, you always thought punch coming at 80 and moving at 20. It's an 100-mile-an-hour punch. That they're contributed to. And they have now become an ally to the enemy, an assisting enemy. And I don't think it's followed.
Take 50 seconds up.
Yeah, sure.
Horse. Left to right. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg forward. Left to right.
Questions? Anyone? No, sir. Just go with the reverse one.
Reverse order.
Or the opposite side.
Got it. Left leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg forward. Left to right.
Okay, relax. Any questions?
We're all punches going on the spike. The target.
Just throw it in the face right now. Okay, now what do you think this might be for? People would say, okay, students are now going to show you the definition of machines. That's the thing, because so many people teach movements in motion. They never take the time to show them why. What's the thing? It's like learning to pronounce a word that's a foreign language and never learning its definition, what a grammar is. What do you think it's might be for? You know? If you were to say, well, I believe the definition of this being for this purpose, what would you say?
Interested in different
Right. Okay, well, what's the circumstance? What's happening?
Right now, house punch.
Okay, so what do you do?
Punch. Like step.
Okay, so you say, this might be a very long, so you go back. Come here, shoot away. Leave it to the body. Okay? Kick the punch. Up, preferably. Let's see.
Punch. Punch it.
Okay, let's breathe forward. This idea is, we all want to create from our action a reaction to this one. The next action. So you hit the guy here, and you then coming with that while he's coming forward. Does this action cause a reaction? He did that. It does. When this occurs, when you call it, what is power? It's a stimulation of an active movement. It causes a movement, but by this movement, it's then borrowed and enhance this movement. Along with borrowed force, is there opposing force? And it is. It's the opposing force that makes the borrowed force more effective. Okay? Yeah, I'm trying to give you these terms so that you get to understand it. Okay, look, what's the next?
Play pack.
What's it? Right there. Preferably, if you'd like to have what ends up first. Your kick slightly ahead. So that when this comes in, this is feeding inside. Right. Put it down. That's what you said this is for. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Now let's go back to the statement. What did you do?
We're going to give a motion, principle, concept, mass.
Okay, now, that's all I need. Alright, go back. Back to that.
Just hand back here.
You on the outside, basically. Let's say you punch me there. That's, you punch me there. You think you punch me from here, instead of okay. So, if the move that you do to work on the inside of it, and it not be also applied on the outside. What's the opposite of it? Out. So there you go, back to the statement. And now you see, so that's how you feel, right? Once you have it on the inside of it. Okay, outside of it. And it'll still be applicable with one difference. What is it? Story. The sequence of action, you can say, the target's involved. Okay? Then if you can shoot the other side and keep the right arm. So, you see now? That's exactly what I want you to do. You see, I am trying to instill constant principles into you right now so that you can go and rediscover your own things and add to it. Because that's where the flag seat got. That's pretty soon you're going to have diarrhea of the mind. The next step, so go over the you might have to use it. But what you know, back in Honolulu, what we used to do is get the pork, crack it, hit the meat, lay the meat, then put it in a cheese spot and squeeze the coconut and get coconut out. It's the most peaceful thing especially when it's tasteful. With hell of that, you're a king. You're a king. Now, the other one is then you counteract that with guava. You ever heard of guava? Guava is another fruit. When you have too much of it, it has the opposite effect when you have to use dynamite. So, and we want to kind of have a happy medium of guava and coconut. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? Again, as you go through these things, I want you to also see that eventually simple moves here, how they turn to excuses. Some more headaches and bounded. Well, you're familiar with it, right? You get compound interest at the back. What is it? It's in the back, you don't have to wear a mask. You see it. That's what it is. It's interest of interest. Okay? Now, let's go through these views and see. Let's see. What is that? Then one. Then one. Then one. Then one. Do it one. What's it telling you? That on occasion, you don't have to retreat with it. You don't have to add prayers. Is advancing the opposite of retreat? Or the reverse of? So now we get a pictorial view of a change. Forward. What then would determine this? Circumstance and environment. If you read volume 1, it states 8 considerations. What is the primary number 1 consideration? Environment. What is environment? It's anything that surrounds you, on you, in you. Many people do not understand. You have a belt. It's on you. You're not using it against guys, shoes, anything. That was an environmental situation that's on you at the time of that confrontation. Cold. That was on you. Keys. That was in your pocket. What's in you? The food that hits you, you got involved. Well, your illness may not make you function fully. That's an environmental condition. So this is, you have room to move back. Environment says, I think they should get it. You have to get small enough to do it. And you're better. Okay. So, just remember these points. There's so many things that's involved and everyone not trying to complicate matters. So, you take all of the variables into consideration that makes you art. Okay, more understanding. And what we have is not a complicated art, it's a sophisticated art. And what is sophistication? Simplicity, compounding. That's all it is. Okay? If you look to you, shuffle.
Shuffle one. Finger, half finger to the left.
Okay, let's go back to this. One of the things we do in coming forward and saying, hey, it's not a full finger, it's a long one, but it's a half a finger, which is shorter. And what do we do? Going from one side to one side. Huh?
Left to right.
Left to right? Right to left.
No, it's right.
Right?
Just start with that side first.
And so we go this and then out. Okay? What does it say? If you just did this, that means you're only going to go off to the right side. If you go this way and this way, that means you're going to do both sides of the short form. Okay?
Mirror image, you're talking after you complete all these moves,
Yeah.
and then you start the other
That's
side.
right.
So you use this ball
That's
to do
right.
both sides.
That's right.
So if I was only going to do 10 moves, I'd go right hand and left.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. You want me to take it through both sides?
Huh?
Through both sides?
No, this is straight to right.
Just the right side? Okay. Short one on the right side.
Okay, now, let me go and explain what we just did. Yes. What I've done in the introduction of salutation, this is the old way. This is the legs. Okay, so I said, in tribute to the originators, you give them this service. And this is for the modern day interpretation on a little simple friendly and arms. Covering that is just not trade. Now, praying for forgiveness, the animal and have to be the mom. Yeah, that's a bad one. This is we the warrior, scholar. This is scholar. It's the old. Full. Together, into battle. Back to back. It's a lot of punches together. That's what it really means. And in the old days, when someone came to perform, did this. Stadium today, I am smooth, outside of anything. You don't think I can do it. And that's what they're saying. But they did this. They came back. I'm just here to humbly demonstrate my talents, but I'm not here to charge. The three like that. Interesting, huh? But I think if you can eventually give these historical things to your students, I think it has some interest. It gives them a little more meaning to why because they're understanding. The other thing is, in the old days, you could do this. Wow. It's got like this. It's salutation. Did you know that? Huh? Okay.
Okay, so we do short one on the right side.
Okay, again, skull and warriors. Warrior and skull. Right. Into battle together. Okay, so they can. Go back to back and fight. Keep holding the country together. Now we're using a bit of modern concept. I'm training an arm, covering that with my trade, that I did not wish to use. Now for a brief moment, I'm praying for forgiveness. I'm not praying for help. I'm praying for forgiveness that I have to become an animal. Okay? So now, as you do these moves, hopefully remembering the symbolic meaning of what they're doing, I think it adds. It adds to it.
Okay, left leg back. Right.
In the block. When we put in the block, again, I have in mind the use of the block being employed in a path of action. When you block this, and we were to draw a line here, parallel to the ground, and then the elbow, how much space have you got to block? Huh? Well, when you block, the elbow a little bit more angle. Is there a wide spot? So when you block with this arm travels in the path of action. So that from here to here, if you think he's going to slip punch, he switches to an uppercut. The back path of action still works in your favor. Which now tells you that when you look at the path of action, it allows you room for error. Okay?
Okay. Left leg face back. Right arm block. Step through and runs his right leg. Left leg block. Right leg adjustment. Forward. Right.
Now, as you move, and before we go to a left outward block, we're now employing an interim move in terms of an inward block, an interim move. This is what we call a minor before the major. Or, this is what we call a double factor. Okay, it's a double factor.
Right in.
Left out. Now, as you drop back, the left in and the right out.
Cat. Chin. Right up. Adjusting the right leg forward. Right in. Left upward. Come back to the trans calf. Back out of it, move inward and right up. In this position, you adjust forward. Inside down with palm up.
Inside down, left inside down, left inside down.
Chain with the right leg to the top. And outside down.
Now when you draw back, switch that right down to the right inside down.
Back, right inside downward. Fall right left, outside down. Left leg forward in the horse.
Okay, let's go back and again discuss this. Okay? Let's do the move. Going back, let's do the move. And two. And three. And four. And five. And six. And seven. And eight. Okay. And nine. Okay, what did we just do? We went on the inside of the roof. Back to the same. The gloves on the outside. Okay? So we have several meetings. The inside of our body south and the outside. And eventually, from a simplistic state, or actually, you can now sophisticate it. Absolutely not. Let's analyze the moves that we get. Start first moving forward.
Left leg back. Right and move. Right leg going through back.
When you use the left inward block, what did you do with the right? Drop it back. And we block to it back of the shoe. Well, just stick to what you've done with now let's see later on, if I want to sophisticate the same move with testing a slight, okay, slight addition. Left house. Right? Instead of just doing this, use a needle as a brick. But it's the same move. It's the same thing. It's back. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to remind you now is, hey, after you see these simple moves, see how you can simplify. Just by adding that, it's sick. That's all I can do.
Left leg back. Right leg through.
You do it up.
Right leg to side. Left leg back. Right leg forward. Left leg back. Left leg forward. Right leg back. Left leg up.
Here we are. Now go to the opposite side.
Okay, right leg back. Left back. Left leg to side. Right leg back. Left leg forward. Right leg back. Right leg forward. Leg back. Right leg forward. That's right.
See, after you teach this, and have your students show me conversing with these movements, then make the class teach by putting it in each spot. Have a guy in the middle, flip back, shoot the next guy comes in. And it starts making it interesting. Whereby they got four guys, one guy, but they're just going by another, this guy, that guy. Then it gets them to feel such food and they should toss it. And then when you think they got that done, then they work out exercise, so then you can see what they said, and you put the other stuff. But this is what makes the students say, wow, it's interesting. So I follow the company. You know, and that's what we're in the business of, is to get them interested and involved with what it is. One, not of that show, but enjoyment as well. And they feel that it's a big enjoyment for the education. Okay, so what you just take a few minutes, kind of get the feel of this and then on to the next one. Let's see what happens. Yeah. We'll work more with the collecting the clutch. Okay.
Yep. Okay, comes forward. Right. Right leg back. Left outward block. Right down.
Okay. So down and right down simultaneously.
Switch the positions. So you repeat the opposite side. Pivoting forward, it's a right upper block. Excuse me, left upper block, right inward block. Pivoting back to neutral, repeat the opposite side.
Let's go right back. That's all the work. Yeah, fine.
The other position, we'll just take it from here.
Okay, left neutral. You left out and now right down. Correct? You're not. The thing I want you to do is right now. Good way you're doing it on the side. Okay, so when you go back, it's right in. It's there. Okay? It's right there. Okay, so now you do a combination, but now we'll get it down. Then we do what? Switch to, and now we'll do it down. This. Then, forward ball with an upward and an inward. Then, upward and an inward. Okay? Very good. Okay, neutral ball. Let's do this. Bang. 2, 3, 4. Okay. What are we doing here? Notice it tricked me switching stride. Well, it's easy for switching. What is the stance switch? Okay, let's do this. Is it actually you're so hot? Tell me what elements are included in parts of the transition from neutral to forward ball. Tension, force, and power on the bodies. I get explained in the past. There are three basic ways to rotate body movement. One is to shuffle with your body, so you have the mass of your body moving horizontally soft. The other is through the use of gravitational matter, where you drop your body on the vertical plane, that thus employ the dimension of height. And the other is rotational force, when you rotate your body to enhance that movement, and that's the form of obtaining, again, the third form of obtaining body movement. But that's employed if the dimension is width. Okay? So as you make this transition from neutral ball to forward, what elements of body momentum are we thus employed?
Well, you are using rotating force by turning your leg, but also you're somewhat dropping more body weight on.
So you got width, You got height, because you drop it, and the fact that this is going forward. What else is depth? So you're not then combining three methods of body momentum and so designing it so that we maximize their efforts. It's just, okay, the ground is also, and they use this up as a launching pad. Okay, let me explain this. If I had my right foot here, all of a sudden, I push the wall with the punch. So now using this and I'm pushing it. But would that wall not be an aid to me in the launching of my action? Likewise, that wall is the ground only on a horizontal plane. So in addition to that, you're actually using the ground to launch your action and to support and brace your action. Okay, because if it's not braced, you might have a wire base, which is an unstable. Okay, so, right.
Pick up some loose now. Okay. Together. Drop the right leg back. Switch position. Forward ball. And return it back.
Okay. Let's talk about this. The move. Wow. Again, whatever we employ as a block, back to the city. And this is the defense. It can also be employed as an offense. That's all you have to do. Blocks until they make an injury. Injury occurs if the block is not transformed from a block perspective. The magnitude of hurt, so it makes a difference. You can also prevent a hurt and a block at the same time. Striking. You can have both, I think.
March.
So I'll take it. Yeah.
Leg back.
Back, out it down.
Switch position.
Boom. Down it down.
Pivot back. You re-pivot forward. Just execute the inward. This position, just like set one. Opposite hand, opposite foot, kick punch. And then it's back kick, straight punch, landing, push down block, and upward curve.
Here. This is a parry. Okay, relax. Let's talk about blocks. Talk about it in detail. Blocks are four types. Right in the middle. There's a striking block where force meets force. There's parrying blocks where force right is still a block. Then there are natural. But there are positional blocks, positional terms, where a force meets a neutral force. This is neutral, the middle move. And you just have in position. Then we'll put us the spinning parts. The young move, you will then at a certain point press forward and neutralize. It's a neutral against a neutral. Okay? So those are the four types of blocks you have. A striking block where force goes against us. Parrying blocks where force goes with us. Positional blocks where force of one point meets a neutral force, or two neutral forces nullifying each other.
Those happen when, if he takes a left foot forward and a left punch, and he stays in that position for the right punch, that becomes a position block. He doesn't move his body, just the hands.
True, that could be a set like that. But then again, you gotta remember, positional blocks do what feed it well. That's why a lot of times we come on the outside, I'll always come on the outside of the box. But my foot will always be what I call a lying entry. It's not. When I go out here with my left foot, even though it looks like it's nonchalant, it's still a positional block. I purposely place my foot on this line. Okay, the hopes, very big, of getting in build. So in essence, this foot in your position of bottom, but it doesn't look that way. Okay?
First, right, right attack, up, down, position, pivot forward, up and in, back up and in, pivot forward in, kick punch, back kick punch, land, and push.
And the next,
Step through, down, switch position.
see, it's almost like the same movement, yeah, except that now it becomes more involved.
Back,
Sophisticated, not complicated.
hammer, punch, kick punch, parry.
Switch.
Up, down, switch position, pivot forward, pivot back, forward, punch, big punch, and in position. Step through, down, up, in, in, kick punch, parry push. Right leg back, up, down, up, in, kick punch, parry push. Step through, up, down, forward ball, neutral ball, forward ball, kick punch, forward ball, right leg back, down, up, in, kick punch, ready, push down, step through, up, down, up, in, in, kick punch, ready, push down, right leg back, repeat the same side, up, down, up, in, kick punch, ready, push down, right through, up, down, up, in, kick punch, ready, push down, leg up.
That'll keep you guys good. Think about it. Kind of just practice it on your own and then come back if you first. Little work.
Okay, that's fun.
The first time I did
Windmill, right, please.
Alright, when you do that, the right hand is over.
I think it's hard. Okay. Stay in neutral to forward go.
Okay, now from here you go.
It's a long form.
Kick punch. I think that's back. That's how I always remember it. Bring in the punch down. Back to the second move as a forward. Again. Lock up, just move forward. Okay, lock up. Lock in.
Okay, now don't forget about midpoint balance.
Kick punch.
Even when you're doing this,
Then just
you don't have one part of the weight going more to this, because then it takes away from this. That's always be midpoint balance. It's, you know, you have to have your body come to a happy medium point so you still get as much energy going one direction as the other. See, that's when it works like a whip. Why is a whip? A piece of steel. At every moment. Because they're in direct opposition of each other. If you snap that whip and you turn the handle, and have the handle go one direction, all the whips go here. Now you don't have direct opposition. And therefore it weighs and does not become that steel. You like part of all of this is your observation of the thing that you see around you. If you but take the time to analyze those elements that created this facet of steel, and compare it to the good, you understand. Okay, guys got this?
We don't get?
Yeah.
I need to,
You want to break up?
Yeah.
he's at least,
Okay, welcome to all good stuff.
is in that area we get it.
Okay, what was going forward, we go through
No.
Okay, fine.
You want to still event?
Yeah.
He's just fine, right? Don't worry about all that. This is going to hang on.
I'll be sure.
This is the thing I was wrong. I think that's bad. That's the end.
I just made the business down.
That's how you get somebody. When I first signed up, they tried to memorize. I just did it. Number two, again, opposite direction. It's just like three, because of the code, the other end, and the floor, and the floor. No, and I just remember this one of them, and then it's always like, well, again, the leg gets back, that's the end. She's the four. Right. And it died, it's like that, I was so Right, now the exact thing is just the fact. Say or something. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, and then it's just 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Because of all the things.
That, you're right. Or, that, you're right. Or, you're right. That, you're right.
Like this.
Yeah.
Punch.
Okay. Yeah, it's same. Right, it's a block, even the adults.
I've been doing that. You got a back knuckle or vertical. Yeah, you can go. Yeah.
Couldn't you do it like, right? Stepping in.
Yeah, you know what
Out, down, out, down.
Right.
Up and and down here. Out.
Now, you have the right bone in the
Okay. No, that makes it.
Yeah, I go, I just snatched. I go panic because I do.
You should have so smooth.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I just kind of went like, well,
You do the same thing again.
Yeah.
Neutral.
okay. Neutral ball. Forward, forward,
Drops it up.
now from here backwards to drop.
Right. Count by 8 numbers. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Eight.
Step through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left up.
Yes, we took it forward, but see something here that I'd like to get comment on, and that is, let's now talk about the concept of the outer rim concept. What it is, the outer rim concept is the concept that when you execute your move, you should keep your move within the framework of this particular circle, or rim. And you have to go beyond that. What it is, I try to have you visualize the shape of an egg that goes above the level of your eyebrows, that comes below that of your lung. And the smaller part of the egg is here. The whiter part of the egg is, as you know, this one part of the egg comes a little further in, right? It's the opposite. It's the whiter a little bit. So when you suddenly imagine doing your movements, such as, don't put too much, keep it within the framework of this imaginary circle. Okay, so you don't overextend yourself. A number of years ago, I had a guy, I think I've mentioned some television, who came to me and said that he had a defense that no one could penetrate. The limit was to be Samoan, French, and Samoan. Being Polynesian, it's called. It was the state, and he then stood in front of me and said that this is the difference. So I did this. I said, no, I think you got this wrong. Yeah, also a market grade will look like that. He didn't like that. So anyway, he said, well, hit it. So what I did was I shot my hand way out here. I shot it way out here. And I shot it in here. And he right through that. And you can see the whole this. Pretty unnecessarily. Why do you want to go to rock something like that? That's not like you change. That's the idea. We do our moves. To keep it within the framework, but the outer rim concept. Whereby we do not go beyond the outer rim to find it. Just anything that's outside of it, not going to do us say amen. Okay? This is what it is. That's that one. Horse. Now, we've had two blocking sets. Two coordination sets, which basically have blocks. Now we're going to the straight set.
Horse, left to right. Back to the left of the horse. Straight cross punch. Back fist. Straight thrust. Back fist. Straight thrust. Hammer fist. Straight thrust. Hammer fist. Straight thrust. Looping corkscrew. Straight thrust. Corkscrew. Straight thrust. Chopping punch. Straight thrust. Chopping punch.
Okay, let's discuss what a chopping punch is. A chopping punch is a punch that works on the theory of using what we call a grafted principle. Let me explain what a grafted principle is. Let's just define the word. When those who working with fruits and stuff, and the church, grafting is what is it that they do? Graft a plant. They graft one plant, that of another, in the hopes of creating still another species. You know, right? So, on occasion, we have what we call a handling structure. So, if there's a hammer, it's used first. So there's two types of methods of execution. There's a hammering method, there is a thrust, and there's thrust. The idea of this particular move is, if your intention was to strike in a hammering method to a specific target instead of moved out, then you change and immediately convert that which is hammered to thrust. So now, the flow of your action does not come to a halt. It continues. You're still able to follow the momentum of this hammering. Okay, and that's it. That one method to the other, whereby not taking away from the original force of the action, borrowing the same force, continue the next force, still being power. That's good. Does it make sense? Yes. Okay. Now these, it's in the learning movements and stuff that you're doing now. You guys will learn the why, the what you're hearing. You guys can instruct. So I'm integrating. Teacher will instruct. We get a more clear understanding of the people. Okay, another one is, okay, if you're going to punch in your jaw, all of a sudden, I lift my head so that he knows he's going to miss. She then goes into a lifting strike. Now, when he's done, he went from the thrust and went to a lift. Oh, set my thumb. Then he went. That would be a graphic thing.
Let's take it to the sides too now.
Let's take it right into the stop.
Horse. Left, right. Back to left. Punch.
What it is this. If you punch, okay, and even if you punch and make a direct loss, I want you to see right in the punch. You can switch to this, okay? So we now say, hey, what you could do in terms of continuing to another move from that which is just completed. You got that choice and all the other choices that we just demonstrated.
Punch back fist. Punch back fist. Punch hammer. Punch in. Punch corkscrew. Punch corkscrew. Punch chopping punch. Punch. Now you're going to go to your right side. When you go to the side, you throw a vertical punch. And then move the back. Repeat the left. Now the right side, vertical punch hammer. Repeat the left. Right side, vertical punch, looping punch. Repeat the left. And right side, vertical chopping. And repeat the left. Yes.
Again. Now, if you had it, yeah. Further off the back, you block with it. The outside. Right to leave, shoot right at the all of you blocks you, and you punch this is kind of the block with nothing. Switch. This. We just give you alternative in which you can still continue the flow of the action.
Okay, from the beginning, horse. Punch, back fist. Back fist. Hammer fist. hammer fist, corkscrew, corkscrew, chopping punch, chop.
You can either chopping or hammering, depends on the form where you use.
Vertical back fist, vertical back fist, vertical hammer, vertical hammer, vertical corkscrew, vertical corkscrew, vertical chopping, vertical chopping. And repeat the same motion to the front, double-handed. Punch back fist, punch hammer fist, punch corkscrew, punch chop. And double-handed to the side, punch back fist, punch hammer, punch corkscrew, punch chop. Left foot to right, touch your thumbs together, knees bent. First strike, back fist. Last strike, chopping punch. Fade to the left, wipes right over the left. Roll into your bow. To the right.
Let's talk about the tail end. What did we start with?
Back fist.
Well, the same.
Single punches.
Who is that? Where did we conclude it?
Start.
At the end, would be.
Put your thumbs together, and then first strike is your back fist. Last strike is your chopping.
That's good. So we say that on the first, after the first month is executed, first is to it out. And the first type of move after the punch, and the last one after the punch. First and the last, this particular set. Let's see what they're going to do. Put Palm 6. Okay. It's first two movements. First part of the ball. And the last movement. So we see. Getting what we did. Getting the clues. Just a big something.
Ready for the beginning? Right.
Get any point execution. But we call that constructive criticism for a corrective adjustment. So, and then you do this. It's always best to anchor your elbow. Don't have it above your shoulder. So, because then you let gravity also become more part of the action. Don't stay too high. You disallow gravity to be an assistant on your efforts. And that's the same thing with all the others. You don't want to do this. Hang it up.
Okay, right from the beginning. Back fist, back fist. Hammer fist, hammer fist. Corkscrew, corkscrew, chopping, chopping. Back fist,
See line side.
back fist, hammer fist, hammer fist, corkscrew, corkscrew, chopping, chopping, double back fist, hammers, double corkscrews, chopping, double back fist, hammers, double corkscrews, double chopping, that's right, back fist, chopping, back to the left, left to right hand over left, left into the horse.
Relax, just kind of feel it, get the feel of it on your own. Get the feel of what it means to have anchor your elbow. Little minor points that really add to it. And if it adds another 20% to the increase of your force, you want to make it a little bit to help you. But it is focus. The reason for this is that you may one day have a child that's half your weight from there. If you have a thorough understanding of all that which is being voted, all of the intricate details, that lie therein. Convey, and you let it just sound at their maximum. You got this. The maximum and still have them come out again. You got it to the side. That's the whole idea. Are you enjoying this so far?
Oh, that's great.
The whole idea is, you know, Lee and I are not mechanics. To us, car will open the hood and there's an engine. If it comes along, damn, it's like, huh? The head, what head? You know, so you then learn that there are parts to the engine. Because Lee and I, okay, we said, when a sell a car, we know it has an engine, we'll realize the engine has many parts. But then comes along, he's a mechanic, he sees it. So that's fine. Another guy comes along and screams, you know, I look like this and I did that, I get more monitor. So they're engineer. You know, he's more detailed than perhaps the mechanic is. And that's the whole idea about the art of teaching. I want you to go from a salesman to a mechanic to an engineer. That's the whole life. An engineer most, because eventually by your understanding of motion, you can then concoct other things, which has an ingredient, this and this, that never has been quite employed for next to it. I gotta tell you, because if you get to some of the extensions of our techniques, it calls for a little bit of time, such a slight change of time that makes all the difference in the world. You know, like one of the things that we have, as we pointed out the last time, is that we have a technique where we draw back and use a switch to get the power to it. Unless you have perfect timing, if you come straight and then hit, it's not going to work. You have to time it all. This is how you have depth of penetration, where you, in a short span of space, can create and generate tremendous amount of body momentum in terms of depth by making a pocket. So the other way of getting and maintaining body momentum in terms of if I did this, but if I just see him, I can get tremendous amount of torque with completed rotation. Okay? And then from here, you can rotate one way, you can rotate the other way. You can use a combination of width and switch to depth.
And ultimately, the function is high at that point.
Yeah. And see, what we understand is, what do you think we're going to be able to do? Back into the and see. It's what's happening here, which we didn't see before. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then it'd be like a relearned process. But what? To the point of refining. So it is. We'll have to take a back seat to go there. This out is raw thought. Any questions so far? Any of them? You just kind of all your own practices of language. There you go. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to figure out all the great when you guys go on again, you bring with you know, yeah, very much shots. Certainly should. A long forwards, because that form, more than any other form, kind of gives you an idea of opposites and aggressive. Then also show you where they lie. They're the opposite of aggressive. Long form forward, really a read form. Very good. You know, I think I mentioned to you in past about taking a trip to England. I read an article about some Kenpo guy in Florida who stated that once you close the gap with the opponent, basically there's nothing else that you can do with it. And what was that? I don't know. At least talking about this. See, the point is, when you close the gap, then what have you done? You close the deck, you shut the deck, but there's still hate. Still there. You still got hate with the word. The guy forgot that there's 3 dimensions. He covered 1 dimension and saw that. It's not so. And just remember, every you guys that you listen, as I'm intending this, what dimension am I employing at the time of this interview? Death, you're fine. The fact that you've done that with death, what does it tell you automatically? In 2 other dimensions you have not employed as such. So therefore you know what they might make and see. And then they'll give you all you want. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to make you analyze and go through the most. When you can do that, man, you can become self-correcting, I'm telling you. And that's my whole objective. I'm not going to be there. I'll ask you in the air what you do wrong, or this and that, or whatever you want to ask. No, you can't believe it. Let's analyze. Is this being good? Or should it be? Yes. Why not let I be? I don't know why. I want to see it. Then, let's play.
Okay, just take it from the top of what we started with. Coordination set number 1. Counting 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left up.
Go to the second.
Coordination set number 2. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So let me throw you off.
7. Hey. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So left leg up. Okay, that's coordination set 22. Let's take short form 1. Let's do it on both sides. Right side, left side. Right leg back first. Right leg through. Right leg forward, in and out. Left leg fade to a cat, in and out. Right leg forward, in and out. Left leg fade to a cat, in and out. Left leg forward, inside downward, outside downward. Come to the cat, inside downward, step through outside downward. Left leg forward, hands in position. Right leg back, inward. Left leg through, inward. Left leg forward, in and out. Right into the cat, in, fade back out. Left leg forward, left in, and right up. Right leg to the cat, in, and then up. Right leg forward, and inside downward, outside downward. Left leg into the cat, inside downward, outside downward. Right leg forward, hands in position, left to right. Short form. And we had strike set 1 also. Forwards, left, right. Punch back fist, punch back fist, punch hammer, punch corkscrew, punch chopping, punch chopper. Vertical back fist, vertical back fist. Vertical hammer, corkscrew, vertical corkscrew, vertical chopping, vertical chop. 2 hands, backwards. 2 hand hammer. 2 hand corkscrew, 2 hand chop. 2 hand back knuckle, 1 hand hammer, 2 hand corkscrew, 2 hand chopping, left to right, comes together, back fist, chopping, step.
Yeah, it's really good I hope you to have when you use your 2 hands. It's to have symmetrical balance. You know, it's like that's what this does. Sometimes if you have a strong arm, they will throw you out. I want you to get the feel of symmetrical balance. And that's what it's good for. And it also teaches you how to anchor your elbows and your greater power. It's interesting, you know, how you actually you think you gotta get power of cocky. You know how to shut it. You don't need it. You don't need it. You get tremendous amount of force if you bring all the forces together. Even the shots that provide they're in perfect sync with each other. That's the synchronization of all your movements so that they culminate at the exact precise meaning of it. That's why I enjoy watching Tex. He knows how to put his entire body focus with his target. It's the mass of his body that's in focus.
He's got plenty of mass.
Huh?
He's got plenty of mass.
It's timing the use of his mass. See, like, I wish I could get hurt. I know I can improve his shots and other things. But certainly, that's the body movement of his rotational force that's giving him what? Force through the use of with, yeah? And then he finds out. That rotational force should be an enhancement with this is independent of it. And then it comes in. He isn't taking advantage. So pattern. Right hit me. His entire body is in focus with the power. It's total mastery.
They were showing the last time I remember watching the fight that the opponent had like a 4-inch reach over him, but he was able to out-jab him every time because of his time.
Yeah.
So,
There are other things that one day I've never seen a boxing which I would like very much to introduce, which it's not endorsed. Never seen them use stuff like this and I haven't. I can get a guy as hard as it be accepted and infiltrate his mind into thinking the way I want to do. They'll find out later what it is, and then they'll figure out what to do to counter it. But the honest people need to figure it out. See, everything you do is even the you never see him fight whether it's crossover shot, whether they use that shot to get the power. You know what I'm saying? Or even in the jabs. The jabbing, you never see where they come in with the second step up to the punch. So you can get jabbed there. But it's a little different, but it'll add, I gotta tell you. Not in the rules if you can't do it. Yeah. I used to do it in my box. I used to do this. Next. Talk about this. Talk about this. So that they said, we need buckle. It
wasn't intentional.
it means
You said that you're playing a boxer?
Bobo. Yeah, in the early 50s, in the water with Cameron and Sugar Ray Province in there. Back when everybody last year. I thought the Sugar Ray. Well, I'm saying he's kind of sick. What a player he was, huh? But anyway. Well,
Want to start off with? Okay.
Now after lunch.
Horse. Upward elbow. Outward elbow. Inward elbow. Outward. Same on the left. Up. Down. In. Out. Step forward to do a diagonal.
can I make comment? Okay, it's important that we see the position and makes all the difference. Let's start first with what is upward. When you go to an upward, have the palm facing. What's the next? Downwards. You go down, then have the fish. Then what? Inward. Inward, palm down. Out, palm down. Okay?
Ready? Up, down, in, out, up, down, in, out. Do diagonal elbow, forward, diagonal elbow, forward. And as you step back, it's going to be overhead elbow, down, upward elbow, diagonal elbow. The other side, overhead elbow, upward elbow, diagonal elbow, and square back to yours. Take it again. Up, down, in, out, up, down, in, out, diagonal elbow, overhead, upward, diagonal, overhead, upward, diagonal. Go. And you do a inward elbow, outward elbow stretch, like figure 8. And left. You go into outward elbow, inward elbow, outward elbow, inward elbow. Let's take that again. From the beginning, up, down, in, out, up, down, in, out, diagonal, diagonal, overhead, up, diagonal, overhead, up, diagonal, in and out, in and out, out, in, out, in. If you do a upper elbow on a 45 angle without a pivot, and repeat the side. And then you go into an eye poke on 45, upward elbow as you begin into it, downward elbow, eye poke, get out of pivot, pivot on the up, down, hands back to position. Let's try it right in the beginning. Hands drop, up, down, in, out, up, down, in, out. Diagonal elbow, overhead, up, diagonal, overhead, up, diagonal. Great motion. Left, this is out, out, in, up, up, poke, up, down, poke, up, down.
Take a little look on there. Get a look on that.
Figure 8.
Yeah, I believe you, John. Up your elbow. Out. And so come in across. So you got it.
Try after that.
Wait. Poke and pivot. Down. Also pop. Okay.
Start that one.
Drop. And red.
Sneak out.
Up, down, in, down. Up, down, in, down. Yep.
Tap it over.
Up,
And do it here. Out. In.
down,
Up.
over,
Down. You're still so much top now, right?
out, up,
Down.
in, and
Out.
in,
Up.
triangle, which are up, alright? Even though it looks like you use it twice, up, and you go up, out, in, hold, out, up, in. Stuff like over there also.
Sneak it up.
And now, hold here, pivot and elbow up, elbow down. Here, don't hit it yet. It's hit and then go up like that, and down. That here.
Yeah, vertical, exactly, yeah.
I'm just gonna plug it in. Let go that.
Okay, now you're supposed to hit it up first, you forgot it was, but so you have to, you don't leave the dates involved.
Back play.
Top,
Right.
back.
I'm not sure if that's staged. Where you want to post? Is yours in, no?
Up.
Oh, you're right. Oh, that's.
Yeah. It's not. I'm not supposed to, that's the question.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's all of them. It's possible.
Well, forward.
Well, how about this part here?
You do this to me, the whole thing. Yeah, that part there.
No, I.
One section. Yeah, it lost the most focus.
There's only watch.
There. The place is here.
That's those are.
Probably won't be practiced with.
Yeah, but just to see one more part.
Which one? Come up. So long.
Over here, just got stuff.
Come right head down. He's got a blanket leg.
Ready.
I got to bring it down.
My head next to go.
I start to love how all the people.
That's.
I'll go for better.
You know, let's go back up.
That's like the start of the grocery store. Supplies.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, since it's long indicates that people have excellent. I haven't sure one shot five. Right? You go. That's where this is where we want you to check it. To the right, you take the first technique of this end. You switch to the second. Just take one technique from each side and see sort back and forth. You got shot. I thought this one of the guys that I'm not going to mention today, Bill Collins, he's middle right. He's not trying to get $400. He shot on call. Thanks, capitalizing. I told him to do it. But anyway, that's how you get long. Shot. So long was doing a little stuff for me.
Okay. Fingers.
You want both sides? First one was carry block.
Okay, so you carry in the left neutral. The minute you go into the extended out, then switch to a forward.
Neutral ball. Forward, forward, out.
Hand is out here, the wrist is straight. Okay? This. So it's over and out. Now, yes.
Right front kick, right eye poke.
Opposite foot. Opposite up. Okay? Then down with the nose.
Going down. Elbow.
You don't brush the steps. Get in the other elbow. Then walk.
and I both can do it.
Then outward downward on both hands at this point, flex. So one is outward to the side, downward to the side. There, at this point, use snapping inward and a locking out move. Understanding? It's a little tricky. One is a lockout, okay, and the other is a snap out, with the end out being laterally. Okay? Okay, let's go by that now. All right, really shake. 1, 2. Okay, back again. Go back to 1. 1 is the neutral ball at the power of the left hand. And go right into a forward ball, you extend it out with an opening. You have your hand out like this, don't bend your wrist like this. Keep it straight. Kick and pull, block, I punch. Straight. Okay, straight. 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 Now the left becomes snapping inward and the right becomes a locking up move. Okay, let's get started. We're doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll just go from 4 to 5. Okay, 5. Back to 4. 5. Back to 4. 5. Back to 5. Now to 6. Back to 5. 6. Back to 5. 6. Back to 5. 6. 7. Back to 6. 7. Back to 6. 7. Back to 6. 7. Okay, 8. 9. 10. From here. Up. At this point, we're going to the opposite side. Now we're going to the other side. Let's go back to this.
One question is, second elbow, does it have an eye poke on it? This side? Over the end? Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to 5, 6, back to 5, 6, now to 7, now to 6, 7, 6, from 4%, from 3, not up to the check. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. Because you know, few more moments. You go back again, then we'll hit it. That's the same thing to the opposite. Okay. Get the feel of it. Opposite to the opposite, and I'll just take
This is a punch. Yeah.
You guys. If you actually you're like this, then have to punch. Cool. That, and you get more power. Probably.
Those feel those knife hands, right back. Box.
Bring this back. So this one, like 2 people.
It's this way, that guy.
I want you to right now. So it's a giant, like, another one. First time happens there, emotional. Wow. You look out. Let's analyze some of the stuff we're doing so you can fix it. Why are we doing it? So you get a better mental picture. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, left, right. 2. Now we already clear shot to the edge. Alright, this causes a reaction. Feeds this action. Right? Now, in reality, the plant, the elements, comes by coming forward. So in the form, you drop back to the root. Okay, then what? Okay, back there, move. Then what? While you catching him, what is? Then what? Okay, as you then blocking this guy. Okay, then what? Straight, and these. As the block comes from the side, he's snapping in it, and you're locking out it to his parts. So now the idea is to get you to learn what we call the gaseous state of motion. Relaxing. That's a new term for something. You know, I made a comment once that came out in the magazine, I got ridiculed. But the fact that just like matter, actually it's 4 forms of matter rather than 3. What I understand. Let's take H2O. You freeze it and you add it to the form of a solid. It's ice. You can melt it into the form of a liquid. It's a fluid. Or we can place it in a state where it's cut becomes a gaseous of steam. Now, when you freeze something, it'll form to the shape that it's frozen in. When you melt water, it'll flow and form the shape of whatever it is in because of its liquid state. When you steam water, make water steam, what does it do? It seeks its volume. And anytime, you can hear this at the same time, this is the gaseous state of motion. You're seeking volume. See what I mean? That's the gaseous state of motion. And I made that comparison. Again, I take the time to think of physics and all the other laws that are present around us and see that they, in fact, could be compared to what we're doing. Gives us a better insight as to what we're doing. Well, I made a statement that the gaseous state is the highest state of motion. You can go into 3 directions and accomplish something. That's really good. But I also mentioned the fact that Bruce stepped more to the liquid form. But the fact that gas is more, it's a higher form of its use. Liquid is not a high form. People took offense to what I said. But what I'm saying is that's what he favored. It didn't mean he couldn't do the other. That's what he favored more than anything. Man, man, of a guy who never ever knew Bruce, never studied with the guy, never talked to the guy, but he's a Jeet Kune Do average, right? So the mind must be empty. How is that Parker talking about? Let me tell you something, your mind is empty, you're dead. You are dead. There is no time when your mind is empty. It's always occupied with something. No matter what. It's on. So anyway, this is so having you start working on the gaseous state of motion. 2 things that have to be the same. Yeah.
Both sides.
No, let them take this. Let's have take the time to analyze what we did to that side and do it on your own to the opposite side. Think of what you did on the one side. After you close, do the same thing to the opposite side.
I guess
Yes.
Quite not, yes.
The 4th state of matter. Benches.
Gas is expensive.
Show the size.
Does this come to here?
These block.
No, the first one's
Yeah,
close.
exactly.
I'm still remaining.
Now, when you go upstairs.
When I go here, I think I'm still staying within myself, only with that.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that you stay within the framework. I'm just extending.
Front to back.
I guess that's. Makes sense?
Yeah.
It's when you got the left side down back and perfect. But the old saying is, why is it that fathers think that their son-in-laws are idiots? So when they get grandchildren, the grandchildren are geniuses. Okay, so the first thing back up, okay, it's not this, it's this. It's first thing up and back. There's no power in this type of power. Okay, remember about symmetrical balance, try to get equal power, equal time. Here. You don't need it. Not second time. Just go right for the next meeting. This will get you coordinated. You see the value of the coordination set that we're doing, how it now becomes very instrumental in the perfection of these moves, because now we got almost the same concept of this one here. Right? Yeah, one snaps, the other locks. I'll right, which will right snap and the lock out almost end up.
You want to do that on your side.
I don't know if the point left. No, not that low, not that low. It's that six. Not on the second side. You got to take it over. I'm doing my pizza. Good, my dad.
I was on,
Maybe I said it.
Second time? Okay, second time.
just in here.
Okay, right. On the second side, this is eliminated. Okay. Okay. Now, are you ready for the next technique that was called? Okay, let's take it from the start, by the numbers, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Close. Right on. And close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now hold it. At this point, right where we at, from the start, we just slide into a cat stance with an open hand. Okay, it's an open hand. And what we're about to do now is what we call a specific method of contour. Let me relax. So let's talk about still another concept, and it's called contour. Contour is the use of your or your opponent's body, the outline of or the shape of. Okay, whereby you can match those angles of either yours or theirs. In terms of either making contact at the time or not making. Now, let me show you about it. Now, in order to enhance ping pong strength, the guy's jaw together,
It's useless to go. It's what the elbows. I don't know. And then it waves. Eventually, you learn to contour the rib cage. So this elbow drops in the down cycle. As a vertical line. I gotta take so much power. If your elbow's not out of alignment, get in on it. So what I'm doing, using my rib cage to contour my action. But this type of contouring is actually contacting my body. Therefore, using the body as a guide. Okay? Now, Doreen could be in a fighting sense. In her defensive posture, you don't mind me talking to you about that. I know we're kind of going over, but it's just moving. During her defensive posture, I can complement the angle of her defensive structure. Now what I'm doing is I'm complementing this defensive structure. Okay? I can come in here, complement this here. Complement this. There, you gotta, people are so often telling you. Okay, now, that's a form of contouring that's really contour the outline, but then you touch. So it's a non-contact technique. You understand me? The next technique we're about to employ after this, we come here. I want you to parry with your arms in line. With the mere fact that we allow to kick, right foot, right arm, go together. Opposite foot, opposite arm. So we can do techniques opposite foot, you're not often doing like arm, right and right there. See, go back to the same, and that'd be dirty. Trying to get you again, you're knowledgeable in terms of increasing the vocabulary of motion. Now, in this case, when I go out and I do this, the fact that I've got this in alignment, I try to match it with the face. Let's say, I go out on this end, you right to match it with the face. You know that. This is what makes it. This is what we call a technique. Again, am I not trying to match shape of the anatomy? In this case, what we call framing. We're framing, making it symmetrical. So this angle and this angle matches. But at this point, if I not kick this hook and follow this, I'll be right in on it. Now at this point, when I use two angles of my anatomy to guide this in, because I'm using this angle and this angle to guide this in, then the most specific term for this form of contouring is kneading. Excuse me, threading. I'm sorry, threading, because I'll show you kneading. Because I'm using this as like a needle with this tool. And threading, this is my thread that's listed. So I think it's what we call threading. We use two angles to help guide to ensure the accuracy of our action. It's already there in the master trace. Does it make sense? Okay, so now we've just concluded the double back up. There is none of this. Okay, now immediately come to a cat stance, open hand, blocking here. It's a punch with the left foot forward. We try to frame it right in the face from where you're at. Now at this point we kick and pull. Like foot, like a horse. You immediately after this, switch into a horse, back to this side. And do the same thing. Okay, just practice. She's talking back and forth. She's like, bam, kick, bam, kick. Good.
Got like, look.
You do like.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. One of the front, right? Oh, I do, yeah. Of course, yeah. Very good.
It's ready.
Yeah. Oh, no, that you do back for that. Well, yeah.
Use?
What do you say? That horse and neutral, you understand what I mean? That is, you drop on a horse.
I do it too.
Now, except simultaneously.
When you keep down, you
You can add to with Albert.
That'll be good.
Yes, that's what we call bracing. Yes, another term is like.
Yeah.
Another thing is check with this water, huh? Or in this chamber.
Are you ready? I'm ready. So the next. I start from the beginning and then go to where we concluded before we pick up the next. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Close. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch. Open it up. Okay? Open it. 11, 12. 15. Okay, now 14 is this. No sooner do we conclude kicking and poking on the left side of the body. If the hand is kind of used as a protective guide, traditional. As you plunge right in a horse, as you switch into the inner block, switch into this angle as you go into another block. Stand here, not in. Okay? So from the poke, when in a horse, the inward and immediately switch into out. But now we're on a 45-degree angle. Okay? Okay, again, back to the poke. If you poke, if it out. Okay? Shuffle forward, out and down. Now, does that look familiar? Oh, yeah. Now, in this case, instead of doing it in front of us, I'm doing it sideways. Okay, you claw, back and switch to an inward out. Shuffle, heel palm claw back. Okay, so that again for the poke. You can poke, inward, out, shuffle, heel palm claw, inward out. Shuffle, heel palm, and back levels. Okay, practice with that on your own. Seesaw back and forth, get the feel of it, and we'll pick it up from there. Don't forget, after that left hand poke, you plant in a horse with an immediate inward drop. In a horse. Then drop back to your body. Good stuff. Walk, fall, and then. This will be my this will be the Directional. Straightforward. Let me bring up a point. Yeah. Now, one of the important facts of what we do is the continual use of what we call depth of penetration. Depth of penetration is very vital in terms of effectiveness of what you use. And contrary to what most people think, they feel that when you use a circular movement, that the height of the contact should be right at the apex of the movement. Do you understand that? But the point is, if you visualize it and the person moves back, then that which you intended to do will be amiss. So I like to try to visualize my move as being almost linear in action, go past it and then circle back. So if you look at it, it looks like a triangle on a diagonal with a rounded corner. Where I follow this triangle. And you may say no. Very hard. You're not happy. So, maybe not. But if I did this with the idea of hitting at the apex in my circle, and you move back, I don't know what it is. So you come down here, you do on progress at first. There's no, you will miss. In terms of depth, you get greater depth of the thrusting motion, like the man. That's it. That's good.
Somebody else. This here, we are going.
Yeah, because I think I think swap power. So that can't stop. And it covers up in too. It's so long. Something new.
You're in 45-degree angle.
Neutral. Shit. Neutral. Parker, you're in the neutral block? Or sideways? Get it more you work with your all of them.
Are we ready? Yes, sir. Let's go for the next. We'll work with this today. You know, remember, you later on, go over this again, and you can, now that you start to do it, whatever you do, I don't care. For this, for your own edification, and whatever you might want to do to capture that, you have your own perspective. That was great. Okay, what did we conclude? Well, we concluded, okay, with this side of this. Now, what's the next bit?
Stuff is there.
Okay, now this is where a different concept of the contour principle applies. You're going to go into what we call destructive unit. Now let's go back and get talk about the state that you're living with. Concept, principle, of definition, and knowledge. Therefore, basically, have learned to use our stances in the defense of our movements. Now we're trying to show that you can use your stances defensively. Do not also work offensively, because the opposite of defense is offense. In that light, you can. That's what I want you to see, the stats, but most people take a chance of having only one definition. That is, there's the defense. In this case, the next move that we do we're coming back to this, heel palm, and trying to go to what we call a wide knee. To now have this be a strategic buckle. Okay, raise me. When we come back, I want you to use the needle of an open-end triangle and use his arm as a thread. So this is what we call needling rather than threading. But in doing so, we then go into a close kneel as we drop and let the kneel steps be a destruction. That's why the term destructive kneel, which is no more than a close kneel stance that's used offensively. Does that make sense? So, again, we'll see the value of each of the elevation. Hey. Good. Because sensitivity to because how I'm making the voice back to the actually doing have public use. Okay. So move back. From the back of this. Stay from the back of this. You drop down with this and do this. Back this again. You drop down with this and do this. Again. Drop down with this and do this. Go into a wide kneel, close kneel, and then come back to a wide kneel with the right hand under that of the left hand, while one punches in one direction, which is a kick, and the other punches in the ribs. Now, let's take the time to analyze something that's very important at this point. And that is there a difference in how you use the left hand under the right as opposed to over the right? To the right. You can raise it.
Yeah, I'm just hoping if you can see.
The exterior.
This the horizontal plane.
I haven't seen a question, and he's asking you a question. Then, yeah, you ought to know that.
Not if you change your focus.
The vertical plane protected against a horizontal plane protected against vertical attack.
That's
The vertical plane.
So at this point here, when the strike comes, if the left hand was here, the only real action I can take is a vertical action. If you have a vertical weapon that matches, you might miss. If you have it horizontal now, and it comes up, that's already a positional check where you have an unmatching angle for his efforts. See, you can either complement the angle to get in. If I did that, what is that? It's uncomplimenting and therefore preventing its use. Likewise, the reason this is here is that you get a better chance of survival because you now have a positional check with a horizontal resistance. That's not what it's all about either. It's going together. Then we have what we call rolling check. Okay? So that in addition to the fact that I'm here, okay? Suppose that you did was to use a screw. That's all I have to do. So here, just roll it. And I check. You just roll this right there. Bam! Right there, check out 11 directions. Okay? Very simple. That's what we call a rolling check. It's a positional check. Okay? And a rolling check. Okay. Now, do it again. From the back. From here, wide knee. Close kneel as we drop and break the ankle. Wide kneel as we back kneel. Then what do we do? Huh? Right from here, after we've done that, we just go right back to our back, no twist. Do this. Do this. Wide here. Close here. Wide here. Okay, so the left hand now is below that of the right. Acting as a horizontal position. Okay, you're on your own now for a few moments. Going like this. Okay, now, let me tell you something else. Aside from the fact that when you come over here, it's coming into what we call, now you need to, it's like I the arm of the credit. This is what we call utilization of the open-end triangle. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Open-end triangle is where you use open-end triangle. Okay, now, supposing I had my move like this. See? How do you do this? You see? You see my hands, like what hands on top of here? Suppose you came into the roundhouse responsibilities. There's my open. There's my open. You have basically, excuse me. Okay, depending on how you have one opening track, two opening tracks, three opening tracks, four opening tracks. And in time, you get to see it. And just, yeah, even though you have a question, you got triangles that are in track. This is it. Good. You open that track. Instantly, daily movements. And you have to solve it. Why? It's all looking for those secrets. Way out there. It's right in front of us all the time. Okay, back up again. Alright, here, wide. Close. Wide. Drop back. Wide. Close. Wide. Okay? You already want to get 2 minutes practice. Let's start. Yeah, that's it. Bunch. Yes. Yes. Why is it stuck? Oh, yes. And now it's a bunch of. You know, it's best. You like claw back. I'm very close. That's it. What's your name? I apologize for saying that. I was looking for that. Yeah. It's an opening track. Don't matter, Ben. That's wrong. You converse with the terminology. It's not a big thing. The point is, that's important. Okay, so. I'm supposed to do that.
And then slightly back, just pivot around. Directional.
Right here. That's just the close step drag to get over. Yeah. That's why we're. You have to shuffle in order to drums. Right here. You buckle first. First one is a buckle. You buckle it, buckle it, buckle it. The next one, you shuffle, drop right down with the left knee. Okay, that's right touch. That's the stuff. That's right. This is going to the yes. Also. Okay, now on the other side, the left hand is down. So now right here. And the right hand is up. Yes.
Closely here, and then switch it to that. So you get that. Does this demonstrate horizontal figure eight split?
This end goes
Right here. Back this way. So it'll be continuous.
If you have to make certain example.
That's great.
You may not get Is this?
I'm one of the. Okay, remember.
Not this way.
Open challenge. Open hand. Love back. Back side. Open side.
This guy is very switch.
So out here. This person, this is a punch move. This is a punch. Slide down here. Slow. Open. Don't look at your eyes. Don't give any eyes. This box, punch those guys.
But I know it's been out here.
Shoot cinema down.
Sorry about that. It's supposed to be perfectly square. And that's what's different. Yeah, so on this square,
Talk about that, we're training.
stay inside for it.
Oh, yeah, that was
Don't fly.
Great.
Inward power. Yep, and then here, I'll send it out. Break his elbow, walking in that wide middle, just slow field traffic. Jump, step, right, jump. This is the back muscle, this is the tiger claw. Okay? And switch those to the other side. Yeah, you gotta switch twice. So now this is a lot of this guy is doing this. See what I mean? So now, step back, extend it outward, grab his wrist, break his elbow, buckle his leg. And switch. Here,
Alright, we're gonna take this technique out of context just to show that if you wanted to, see there's three phases of our training in terms of learning moves. That is the ideal phase, the what if phase, and another phase we call the formulation phase. And he's now going to show you the formulation phase of what could additionally be included at the conclusion of this one particular technique which we're doing right now.
You want to do that so?
oh, it's good there first.
No,
This is live.
yeah, this is fine.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hey, give us a good steak last night. You can try it. So after a while, these moves in its simplest form have extensions. And from right from the back of the knee, right? Just to give you another expansion of what there is.
Pretty too.
Excellent. But these are the things that, I figure out. And after a while, people say, well, one guy said, I'm this guy. I need people. You're old kid. You get this guy. You don't want to say. I'm trying to teach you a skill. We're teaching you how to become overskilled. And if you needed it, it would be there. If you didn't, you'd have to go beyond one or two dollars. Come on. Got to enroll. Okay, now, take the next move in terms of fall. We just completed the left side. Okay, just where you get. Now, we go to what we call a twist stance into here. Now, it kind of looks like an upward, but it's kind of an upward extended up. Okay, so right from there, let's go back to Just go from here to here. Okay, now if you notice, we're twisting, we're going out of the line of fire and doing this. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. We're not twisting and going right into the line, so we're twisting and going out of the line. So then here, okay? Alright, positions, go right from there. This is kind of a move that we have to go back and forth before we kind of get it. Okay, I move. Go right to the twist. That's it. Back again. Alright, move. Solidify your face. Gotta be solid. Back again. Move. Back again. Move. One more time. And move. Okay? Now, the left hand should be in. At this point, then what? Step out and block. Okay? All right, back to your twist. Step out and block. Okay, now this is called what? This technique. Flashing wings. Flashing wings. The elbow is considered wings. So we're using this area to describe the elbow. With no sooner coming off the side. Come here. Okay. You are to the side. Boom, you started off to the side. In. So we're going in with this, back with this, and when we come back with this, actually the closet. Now we roll it. Okay, we roll the arm, double chop, check with this, and in with that. So it's in that twist, outside, elbow claw, double chop, check, chop. Listen,
It's a nice.
like that. You get that on film.
If I didn't, I'll lose it.
Okay, try to get on your own. Hold it. Yeah, well, see when I write through this compared to this. I just completed here, right? Now once moving this off at an angle, see like a triangle where I was. See what I'm saying? It's like a triangle where I was. And I'm almost moving up. Okay.
It sounded pretty fast. That's what you get on.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, better. That's modified.
Can you do this over here?
Modified order there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not so quick. I mean, you just go through it.
Yeah, that's cool. If you were making the transition, that's what it would look like. But when you really don't have the top of your apple, that is right here. Cool. Yeah.
Left elbow.
You see how you continuously utilizing the body, your arm to with you when you're checking your downstream. This allows you, right? Leverage to try to retaliate. That's the whole thing about a lot of things we're doing, but this allows him the ability to retaliate while we're still here.
Elbow reps, face. Towards arms. Check it out.
Okay, let me bring out another point right now. Another point that you might be able to keep in your head, okay? Because, in the court case, throw that out! During the they ain't gonna throw it out of your head. You can erase it from the record, but it's still in the head of the jury. so that I will leave it to the head of the jurors. But let's continue. Ooh, that's okay. Bam, roll it, check. And now, let me check with this. Check it this way. Don't check it like some of you folks are doing. You don't want to ever allow your check to have his on while into an orbit that can re-orbit back to me. So what it is, when you come in here with this check, make sure that your elbow is not this way, but this way. It's your chin. Because now, with your elbow against here, and then what do you have? With my body. See what I'm saying? So that we get it. You gotta be from this, there's no way to realistic. And even that makes a difference. As much as you're into the dash, you can get a guy in and hit him so fast that he never even think it. That's not. We can be aware of all these little things. You may not even happen, but it's still our favorite. Okay. You got it? Send it out. Roll double check. Double check. Off to the side. Yeah. Anything. Bam. Yeah. Back. Check. Boom. Okay? Practice both sides.
What, that Tom just put it in? No shot. Yeah.
It's a thrusting job. So the thrusting job. The thrusting job is trying to come to the top. Yeah. See, this move can be a residual move. So what do we mean by residual moves?
Checking your shoulder.
Then let me bring out the point. This move, and this is just brought up by Fred, which I should remember. This move can be a residual. Now, what is a residual move? Well, oftentimes, a residual move is where you get the benefit of two things in the course of one action. So you can say that's a sophisticated move, there are two things occur. That's shorthand motion. Shorthand is like the roots of the So this particular one, after we've done this, we have double top here. And he's headed down. We come in, and we heel pump, we put a chart. The heel pump takes place when you put a chart. That's like it's a residual move. You get the benefit of the heel pump, plus it's like some down.
Insert. On the
I want to know. I said you deserve getting it, brother.
I want to know.
Lift the chin up.
Are you playing wrong? No. Oh.
Just a little bit?
Just a little.
Yeah, it's like that. That's a show off mother gas.
And then my long class would be back on the next.
Getting our unit tomorrow.
Okay, raise your ass, your elbow, and out back.
This is the last part, the fourth roller.
Why?
It could be either, I'll tell you what. If you wanted more depth of penetration, you go to focusing. What's this? What's my widening? What's my a little bit of focus. Okay. Kind of on the situation. Yeah, that's security. The guy goes down back. Goes to me. Too much. Why do you do that? You get a little depth. Whatever. You need it. Thank you. You see the difference. Yeah, on it. Yeah, just get a push. Yeah. See, the formulation phase of the developing of our techniques, we have a thing which we call suffix. In a suffix, you can alter, you can adjust, and you can regulate. But let me explain to you. The formulation phase of our art space, that to any given base, whatever you may desire it to be, whether it be a single move or a series of movements. Now, if I say my back knot, it'll be my base. That's a single move. Now, to any given base, whatever you decide it to be, whether it be single or be double or more than time, you can prefix it for whatever it is. If you can only fix the base by putting a move before or after, you can then see suffix. Okay, now, because of the knowledge that I have in terms of doing those moves that will benefit me the most, I like in the construction of my base move, I like to place my opponent's height, width, and depth zones. In other words, a person facing me head on, I look upon them as having four sections. Okay? That's the way. And they draw back, facing the right. And these zones, these sections, width section zones, are somewhat like the lesions lying in the thin out. But in order for her to maximize her kick or punch, she must take her width. Yeah. So what do you do? Well, you try to seek your width. Keep it thin. Okay, well, you use the left shoulder as a feather point. There's another width considered as to the back. Listen. So I like to look upon forms, maybe four sections there. So therefore, knowing that if I check the horizontally, have the other width zone in front of the play, every time again, I did that unconsciously. So you did that, and I just check the zone. Okay, so I already foresee what can happen. How do you remedy? By having this horizontally, right? When I go horizontally, check. No, straight, right? Because when I'm horizontally, I'm going to check the width, I did not check the face. Not checking height, a lot of it. Checking height, you see. But what did I not do? Here I have, I checked the width right now. I've also checked the height. It's a 30 minutes. Yeah. So supposing, Doreen is 60. She now knows that in order to check me for kick, check me for punching, she checks my hand diagonally down. See? But I can cross over bang and come in to see them check my arm. Like that. So how does he check the gap? In order to check the height width, you go diagonal. In order to check the depth, with check, put a punch in the face. Okay? The point is that the time she punched, look at that. Still, you don't even have to just check it punch. At the moment she's punching, whatever they have to come in, look like that zone. No, it's a punch. That's not at the point of injury, but also the check, the depth. Does that make sense? Okay. Don't worry about it. Still standing. Never came out. Okay, so here we have this bit. Okay, I'm saying that this is my base. Okay. Now, if I did this, what would this mean? Okay, this. What is it? Base. What is this? Sawdust. What is this? Okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? Insert. An insert was usually a check. That's defense. Okay, now if I do this, hit an alter, that's compounding action. It's a compound normally implies offense. Then it looks like retribution. What did I do here? What is this? What is it? What did I do with my surface? Change the pattern. I change the pattern. So the cost of the surface, whatever it is, I can change the pattern. Okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? Change what I do with the surface. I altered the weapon, not that. Understand? So far, in the surface. One time I altered the target, the other time I altered the weapon. Understand? What is this? Huh? What is this? What is this? What did I do with the surface? I altered the weapon and the target. So, when you are employing your surface, you can alter this. But when you alter, there's an adjustment that takes place. Okay, and what is the adjustment? Well, first of all, going from here to here, instead of here to here. So there would be an adjustment in range. Next, started to go here to go here. Understand? So in the process of your you also make adjustments. And when you make adjustments, you also regulate. When you go to shorter range, you have to regulate speed of reaction. Okay. So one is slow, the other is fast. One is a greater range and lesser range. So the greater range takes longer. The speed is less. The shorter range, the speed is higher. Okay? So what I'm getting back to is that on this particular technique that we're doing, if you come down, you double chop and the head is right here. Then a wide nail would be sufficient. If the head is back here, then a close nail would be an adjustment in terms of stance. But what? Huh? See, the range is, if I'm here, and I'm doing widening, and I go here and close it, the range is like, I get very thin. So, it's up to you if you want to do what you need, when you go to go closing or widening, depending on what you accomplish. Okay, that's what you make an adjustment. Okay. To your offer, you alter your format. Widening it closely, but then altering it, you can get an adjustment range. Okay? Does that make sense to you? It's a lot of, maybe I'm kind of kidding you in detail, but I gotta tell you, some of the stuff that I'm talking about should be found in the Bible. Because that's the value of being with me, listening to me, watching and observing, and back to the books and learning. I understand what you wrote. Yeah, you understand. That's why. Explaining verbally. Now that, wait, back in the book, comes from me, because you associate the reading, and you observe that actually. Okay, let's take the next technique, Paul.
Opposite side of this one.
Okay, now, as you'll notice, okay, see where my right foot is in terms of this red line. Okay, we're here. At this point, we're going through the other. Right after the seam. Okay, at this point, do this. Just like you're going to gather a little child. Okay? From here you go this way. Okay? So from here, you gather, middle knuckle fist, chop. Step out. Watch what I'm doing. Okay? I'm going to use this red line for so again, I'm going to use this line. There's no line. Put him on that. Okay, so again, and draw back. Do this. Step on this line. Then my left foot comes on the same line. Unpivot. Right. Do the same thing. So the way it looks like this. Bang. That's our football. Okay. Okay. All right. Chop. Drop back the left foot on the same line. Okay. Parry. Middle knuckle fist. And chop to the floating ribs. So. Now, from that point, step forward. Elbow. You know, the left foot comes in line with the right. Unpivot and go to the opposite side. And step forward. Okay? You got it?
He's up here right now.
Sit. Just practice that part. Go back and forth, seesaw, mirror image. Yes. Bam, bam. Just go to the right. Go back to stance and sit. And then walk and right to stance. It's just a little jab.
Next part comes.
You gotta analyze this shit. You got the other side.
You still circle, break it down.
No, left elbow on that one. Yep. They
All of them, it's all these are like, there's a lot of moves.
Oh, we'll fix that. You mean this in here?
Yeah.
They're still right here a lot. Is that there still?
That's it. That's it. Let's just like that. Right? Well, yes. See, later on, we get in the form, but here, check one thing. You got that? See, so that would be clear. Especially when you get guys in glass. We have a left piece forward, and then another. Lift the glass up. Put it out of the way. It's down. You drop it back down. And then you just like. Big ass. Yes. I'll come, please. Get this, then we'll go to the next.
It's hard to do one is
Three-quarter body plates. They're ready to go. Nice for a while.
Yes, just holding up the
It's easy, right? I didn't know. This is kind of like put it this way.
And there's, line up.
That's what I've ever had. Those are the most
Off to the side, right this.
This one,
All right.
I'll be an issue for you.
Top. Just leaving it out.
Yeah.
even in the naming of that, extremely.
Yeah, it's a fun stuff. Blades,
Yeah.
limbs and branches. Branches are heavy for the legs. Limbs for fingers and hands. Limbs.
One for your arms, please just.
That's right.
Over here. One. Side or storms of club. Goes club. Storms of club.
Anything to do with a club.
That's a state club.
It's all clubs. Storms can come with anything.
It's still 2 levels.
What's the knife?
Huh? It's last.
Lamps.
No, this one, the one that's down. So this one's
Okay, we're ready for the next one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We concluded this hash on. We got cane, gathered, chop, elbow. Yeah, unpivot, widen, gather, chop, elbow. Okay, now from here, we're going this angle. Go up with an upward, like an upward parallel. Then a left. Fall. Okay, then what? Come into here. This left hand comes down, this hand comes in. Okay, once again. Then a left elbow. We come over here. We go on top. Block here. Block here. And we back up. Okay, let's go back to the elbow. Comes here. In the forward ball, we're up. After the neutral ball, come down, heel on the floor, shuffle in the back. Stay where you at. Front crossover. Face the left hand under the right elbow. Come up, do the same, into the opposite side. Forward ball, neutral ball, heel on ball, back. Get back to the elbow. Alright, we got this, okay? We're already creating the arm, basically, creating, correct? Roots, they're coming along okay, they're doing everything you taught. Is that right? Alright, here we go, elbow. Coming over here, going to the forward. Okay, up. Go to the neutral. Come here. And then shut. Now let me show you what we're doing. Over here, come in this, coming right into this. We're checking the arm this way as we're coming up with this. Okay? Then we shuffle. Okay, we're checking the arm.
When you,
Huh? Okay? Okay, my forward ball, come right back up underneath. Checking the arm this way. Okay, do this.
That's why we touch.
Like you like, you give me a dog, right? We might have an increase of women in our establishment. Right? Okay. Alright, you got that? Do it on the road. Okay. That's all we're doing. So you're coming in. Blocking up this. Going into the neutral. Blocking this. So you fall off on that. You know what I'm saying? So you're checking the arm. So you come in this side. Stop it. It's on. No problem. Oh, you sorry.
Why is that? What's that? So this is like a truck here, here, many blocks, upside down, upside down.
Yeah.
Same thing, nice, straight to the head. All right. Everything cute.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's, that's true.
I don't. That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll try this one. I'll get right on it.
Follow up.
Oh, yeah. Boom. Go, in noble break.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
How you coming, Doreen? That's good to the
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, then, is it pretty much scheduled?
If you only remember how, just spill it. I don't mind this. I think it's gonna
This here.
You're here. I was. Yeah, this way.
Here. And then check.
You're going to go.
Yep, and then push that shuffle.
Video city.
Thursday night, no, we just have he said, bring the TV and the camera with us and we'll put it back. We still have 2 hours.
I'm not
But I gotta tell you, we're close. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get to be upset.
Coming off of this angle, coming up with this, in a forward roll, dropping it to the neutral ball. Coming in with this, push, drag, start. Okay, now as we cross over, bring this hand right under here. As we step up, forward ball, neutral ball. Here, push straight. Now, as you'll notice, we're going on a 45-degree angle this way. We're going to match that angle with a 90-degree angle, which makes it an S. So from here, we come to here. Now we use a downward open hand parry with the left hand in. Okay, now, as you'll notice, you start a right angle toward this way. You understand? Okay, now we're here. Okay, where did we come from? From here. Back to here. Now, right here, we step out and we do a left parry with a right parry. Okay, back to here. Left parry with a right parry. Back to here. Left parry with a right parry. Back one more time. Left parry with a right parry. Back to here. Back now. Drop back. Back now. Back now. Drop back. Back now. Drop back. Double parry. Okay? Brilliant. Step here. Now this gets created for you. That's good. Right hand to the left. At this point, we grab the shoulders. Pull them down to check your side. Back knuckle forward. First and back. Now, again, here, grab, pull, track. Next thing, grab, track. Track your own arm to go up. Grab, pull, track your own arm. That's another form of handbrake, which is called tracking. Track. It's tracking again, helping you determine the accuracy of the class. Okay. Grab, back. Okay, back to this. Double parry. Step, strap. Again, hold it. Go back again. Double parry with the right step. Step forward with the left. Off the arm, straight. Grab, back. Now come. From the back knuckle, just do this. Yeah. So from the back knuckle, we might switch slow to finger. Okay? Grab him, switch slow. But now, you switch to it. You'll shoot. Back again. Sweep and hooks. Back again. Sweep and hooks. Back again. As we sweep and hook, we're going to do what we call the use of object obscurity. Object obscurity is this. I got a technique really called. We do this. We do this. And instead of dropping this down before this comes up, we leave the hand here, track the arm, and while this weapon still is obscuring his vision, you then make the transition. When the transition is made, there's no daylight. There's no time for reaction. You do this and this. He has time. If sunlight came into the picture, he'd react. But if this was an object of obscurity, and I followed this, and right at the very last minute make the change, it'd be there before you even realize it. We are now doing basically the same thing. From this angle, a kick comes from here. As he punches, here we hit. Two. Put back. Right. One. I'm sorry. Pieces. It's okay. I'm sorry. That's all right. Okay, this where this is. From here, right? As he comes forward, it's double parry. Coming here, right here. Checking the shoulder, pulling him down. Catching him. Coming, sweeping and hooking. Then, leaving this as an object of obscurity, whether it's here or here. We leave it as a last minute, track the arm, our own arm. And not until the last minute, do we switch. But what does it do? It'll always ensure accuracy of this. If you need to soon it, you might end up looking like a spastic reflex. Okay? So this, aside from object obscurity, okay, ensures accuracy. Very good. Okay? So here we are. On the back now. You drop back. As you punch it, you double parry the punch. From off to the side, kidney and ribs. Check the shoulder, check this height. Bring it down, track and back up to your hooks. As we speak, we also two favorite hooks. Leave that hooking hand barely out. As we track the right arm with our left. And at the last moment, then make the switch. See what I'm saying? Now, from here, from here, hand is here. Unpivot, naturally. Back again. Unpivot, naturally. Now drop back with this. See? And it's closed. From here. Unpivot and then pivot. Again. Unpivot, freeze the upper half of the body as we unpivot, so then just drop back to this. Now we're ready for the opposite side. Double parry. Step, double, grab, pull, back, hook and sweep, track and strike. Here's the other side. Practice.
That was not
Ah.
Yes.
Here, you have this side, hold it. You use striking this with the left hand and right. That's right back knuckle this side. And as that right back knuckle, she comes to the bush. That's right. And you track this hand. Out of it to the eye. So you push that in. Track it. And right at the last minute, make the sweep again. Understand?
Yeah.
Really? True.
Top eight rounds. Not bad. Yeah, he's just like really close. Top and grab. You can like that on.
Here's the left hand hook.
Look. Down. Break. Just looking back here, stay out.
Left hand. So when you do the back,
Real close. Right back. Here. 45.
No, rest. Grab, jack knuckle now, let's see this.
You only have to be done with it. Halfway done.
Okay, go, step out. Go one more technique.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Let's take.
how about if people want to continue with this, stay with you? And then if people want to do short
So
tour.
let's take Thundering Hammers.
Okay.
To complete that portion for you.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Thunder Hammer?
Thundering Hammers, ready?
Okay,
Actually, after we conclude the left side of Dan's doctor, that's the name of the technique.
Yeah.
We then go into, right,
Okay, if you're in a front twist, you have the right leg twisted.
go right to that angle.
Straight
On
in,
a straight line, just like on this line here.
one block, step drag. Left hammer to the back, and right hammer to the back.
Here, let's watch and visualize the technique. Yeah. What he's doing is coming off to the side, he's going to step through. As he's shuffling with the right forearm across the midsection, see what the right foot is doing?
Chest
Check. Okay, now he makes a switch to the kid. See what his left foot is doing? He's checking again. See, he's now keeping me in terms of my height zone. Okay, now then he drops back with his left foot and back knuckles horizontally this way. Okay, now he's at a distance. He then comes what? Now, here's the old question. Why is it that after you concluded your move, after this, and a back knuckle, why is it that you drop your hand down rather than go over the head? Okay. Huh? How did you do that? You feel do that? Alright, that's a good one. You see it once, yeah. Right? Whatever. Huh? You started with oh. You still can flick a thumb as a compound movement. The other way you cannot trouble. But you have one more thing, break across the eyes to the thumb. And these are little things that come up later. But it's there in terms of when you wish to compound your action. Compounding is no more than employment of a hidden move that's within the flow of the regular that could be accentuated and utilized with that background. Okay? So here we are, moving off the side. Stepping in, bam. Shuffling, bam, he's checking in. Bam, he's checking in. Okay, then he's hitting, back knuckling, okay? Then shuffling with a heel palm claw. Heel palm and claw. At this moment, it goes right into an immediate twist stance, in place twist. And back knuckles lead to the face. Okay? So after you've done this, baby, what? Go right into the left hand hit. Okay? Okay, now. Do that. Is that finish? Back knuckle. And heel palm claw. You're in place and go right to the left back knuckle. Now, at this point, all you do is step out. Your left hand is already ready for the next shot. Okay? Overhead, back knuckle. That's it. And shuffle with the heel palm. That's it. We don't have a pivot and back knuckle with the right side. Okay? Work with that a few more moments. What's that? What? Here.
From your soul. I have something. I never knew what was in
Now, the other time, we're working basically, like this angle and light. Kind of working on this line. That's what we concluded, right?
Just right from here.
Okay. Right to me, we didn't come to here. Right? You look at your left angle. If you come from this angle, and you start using it around the line. Okay, look. Right? Okay.
This was
Well, variation. This angle. Comes in it.
you know show.
Nice swoop.
Right.
Here from the ball. Yeah, you can see.
That was all I do.
On the block, see? So you don't shoot up, come here, and this block is left foot drop back on the neck, right? Unpivot. You block again, come here, and ring it. Okay? Here we are, concluded here. This relaxing part, okay? Come here. Where is it? Like good, block, unpivot, block. Heel, I mean, left to the use of the hip, switch the hip. Unpivot. Switch the hip.
This is what I'm attacking.
Okay. Back to the spot. Good. Yeah. This here. The idea is from here to get you to come way back this once. I'm putting this is coming. It's at the
Thank you. You step over there here, so. I guess I didn't. I think this is what like I got 40 differences already. My students. And
follow the person.
Oh, it's not like this?
that was my.
You got that? We got this one. Okay, so right from here, it's go downward, unpivot, Edward, scoop, heel, pop. Downward, unpivot, Edward, scoop, here. Neutral ball, here, forward ball, then what? Here, then up to the side, back, back. So that here, universal ball. I'll put it in your palm. I'll put it in your palm. Come up at an angle to here. Same thing off to this side. I'll put your palm forward.
Yeah.
I'll put neutral ball. And we run it back. It's what we're at.
I go.
One going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the tiger claws.
Yeah, let's go.
Wonderful. Great.
It is good, looks levels.
Very well. Great. I have photographs. That's good.
It was short like that.
Okay.
That's this.
Excellent.
I think we're facing. You want to film again? Okay, here. Go up, go up. Go up. Push drag. Hold it. There. Oh. Now I can left foot go up. Push drag back knuckle. Right leg twist behind. Against the darkness. Right voluntary. Step forward, left inward carry. Right voluntary. Step forward. Big back straight. Check down back knuckle. Put it again as you sweep with a hook. Track it and poke. Spin out. Back to the solid parry. Okay, left downward parry, step out. Right inward parry, left outward parry. Check your arm. Step forward, your hands in position, strike. Check down to the left, right, excuse me. Back knuckle. Flare, sweep. Repoke it. Stepping out with the left foot under your hammer, block. Step back to one. These are all kneel stances here. Back knuckle. Now right when I back to that thumb strike, big thumb. Block. Hammer. Back knuckle, excuse me. Step out to the right. Block. Forearm. Hammer. Hammer. Back knuckle. Block. Move it down, block. Twist. Pivot in, block. Charge shift. With your claw there, as soon as your claw hits them, just go up, down, block, and change the left foot, there you go. Inward block with the right. Arch kick. Claw left. Right foot out on 45. Double close wrist blocks. Right hand parries punch. Left hand pounds to the forward. Slide the left up to the parry. To the right with the neutral. Right. I go forward with the left arm angle. Reverse the block. Your bow. Left upper parry, right palm, now forward low. And neutral bow, right parry, left palm. The next maneuver is dropping your left foot back. Okay, on your X, your 45-degree angle. On this angle here. Okay. If you make your 45 going the other way, you put your left foot on the other X. And pull to your cat. Step right into your cat. You're looking at the spot. One. And reversal block. Down parry. Inward parry. Block here. Block your kick. Double punches come. Squeeze your press one and down. Come snap kick them. And get land off with the here. And then out a little bit. And front kick. Down here. Just take that again from here. Angle. Here. Here. Angle. Left foot goes forward. That is just a angle. Here. Okay, now this one, just come back. Now, kick. Back. Now, kick. Down here. Okay, you got a shot. That's about 3 quarters right there. Now, next part's going to be rolling leaves. And after one of these, you work on a lot of hand motions without foot movements. Yeah, no, going. No. And that's almost part of my.
Wow. You had a great
That's too big.
and then just get on check. Get right back. Just pray like that. Step out.
Because just how we do on films and it's
Wrong one, okay.
Yes, step forward there.
There's no shit, you're running from your rear.
Check right now. After 9. Let's do a check.
One, two. You do that. You do that. You do that. Fast.
So, and go here. Just down this line here.
Oh, very good.
Same thing.
Right. Left it for you right, and you just put it out. Carry it in.
Right? Excuse me.
That gives you.
One,
The back and here, there. Up,
here we go. English.
claw,
Let's do
down,
right up.
Then you want that.
Now,
Push that
over here.
back.
to right, to both. I'll see you here.
Press it forward, bro.
You're right.
Yeah, forward, go back.
At that point,
Here, now you go back to neutral.
you should be able.
Heels cross, bring it down.
Okay?
Check. Here. Drop that into right.
Yeah, man, man.
That's what you're being done.
Step off the wall, then you're down.
Now,
Down the
again, here,
then one.
grab it, push down, then back, figure it out, strap it up, come on, hit it, boom, that's it, drop that, push it right. Right there, right there, right, so like that, right, and push, go right there. Now step up, there you go.
Take down, that's it. Take it down.
That's it.
One, good right there. You want to be up. That's it. Good.
That's it.
That's all.
Push up, that's push.
Do it all moving your elbow bar. Right now, one to here. One to here. Fine. Just from the waist up. Up the chest.
That's
Right. But the chin would be.
push back, right here, and then push for yourself. In place, push back. That's
There you go.
Step up underneath.
That's how.
Hammer, hammer. So let's go. No, back. Shuffle. Now, right, you know, down, block, get your mark a little. Yeah, all right. Block,
Yep.
We're trying to do that.
Turn myself.
You hit it right down, set the hammer on the collarbone.
On your signature.
Based on when you guys are ready, then you back up
I'm
here, right? But he's down. You see, all right?
Go for it.
On four.
So you're here like in a front twisted, then you step out thrusting there. Step back, no look. Wow. Cover this head. Smash it. Being triangle, step up here. Awesome. And then switch it off, and then switch backwards. Mr. Parker, whenever here, are you back here, right here? You're coming up over, is it ball, neutral ball? Or is it neutral ball, forward ball, neutral, ball,
Yeah, neutral ball, or go easy. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Ready. Horse. Then cat. Three. 1, 2, 3. Up with it. Sit. Yeah, sit. Block. Yes. Loose legs. Take it wide. Control. Twice. Straight twice. Flip. Trust. Small. Actually, let me go back here.
Off of the back. Kick the back, hit. You get it down.
Good job.
Very,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, you turn off the second, turn right. I'm thinking which way I was facing.
It ain't an accident, I'll be 67, I think it was actually included for that.
All these other guys got free.
Ready?
Okay.
My son's kid, they're headed to the schools that my children from the street. Excellent, just you get your newsletter, I get there yet, right? Yeah. It's like one of the black lanes, the other one. Once you get there, black lanes, go on. From good hours. Elliot get his. Whatever side you get over, that hand goes first. Left, right.
You're the center. Okay. Good.
Well, here. Here. Because when I looked at it, I one, I appreciate it.
Good. Thank you, Paul. Yeah. Doreen, is there anything else you'd like to say? We've got long four complete.
He's doing 3 nights to slot.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I wasn't sure if that was all. I wasn't sure the only thing.
Man.
See, the motion, something done one between the parts, but across, Thomas. So that thing.
Everyone's got out, right? That sounds cool. It seems like fires. Yeah, so you can't do anything more. That's what part would be like, their need, smash, and amazing.
No, you get it.
You.
Make them work, make them do long sentence.
Paul, thank you. That's great. Anything else, Paul?
Then later.
Same form, facing the other way.
Yeah, probably.
Most people have accidents. Limiting movements, not really like to control or the part of the movement that you find all the time buildings so your head. The problem with the past, I had to kind of go to the Ivy first to get all the books.
Outstanding. Okay, step a little further back, please, Paul. I get the whole. That's great. Right there is beautiful. Coordination one.
I'm gonna go with skill level 2, yeah.
Next day, back on 86 shots. What you have? It's probably.
Okay. What?
I'm going to. And whatever, they'll have students, they'll go like this one, here's one. She'll follow to throw that first. So we have many people have to be using gravity and storm and so. Oh, that's simple enough. But if you're not a good member, like, you know,
Exactly.
I said, it's blessing that you can't walk and chew gum at the same time and you walk.
Sure.
Because some people can learn something that learn to tell them how something that's natural. Most people are finding it.
Excellent.
Strikes out one.
Strike one.
They don't get reached. There is that. It's a punch. It's
Even as a little kid, it's funny, it's funny when you say, all the areas. Last look, it's me, she was, oh, that's getting the, my lessons, the stanza Spanish, yeah, kid next to each other for the lives. And so she's.
All right.
So.
Strike two.
I see so. So she says, oh, my son is that I agree with his father. So she says, oh, can I ask you something? She says, well, you know how to do the sidewalk? He says, little kid. She's like, shush. And you know how to do it, Friday conversation, Never going to this again. I go around and do it all started doing
for sure.
But just.
I'm giving that all a try.
Now, if we got revised variations, we'll wait on the revised and get it. If it's revised variations, we'll wait on the revised because.
That's really how it was.
You know what you're saying?
Those changes are.
How about short? No matter who it is. That's what I think.
Put on a seminar, they're bringing you out these. I will always personally sign. You'll never find any of these printed from the print shop. And more, plus, about, what's great. Someday this might be meeting with you. I don't know. So, one of the things I want you guys to always feel free to communicate with me. Okay? I'm going to tell you a story, in fact, 2 stories of a very important gentleman in my life. The first time, this gentleman's story takes place in India. There's a young, cocky, white Englishman. And he was privileged to interview the leaders of the Turkish. Turkish was a group that assassinated. Even if you put a child in it to serve, and that child became a manservant or the head servant in the family. 15 to 16 or 20 years later, and this leader said, kill the family. Instead of kill the family. That's what it was telling. So this young cocky writer, just first interviewing this guy, said, I understand the subjects are very loyal parents, follow the direction. He said, yes, they are. Would you like to see how loyal they are to me? The guy said, yeah. So you're like this. Big guy behind jumped up and killed himself. He says, no. And he said, anything else I can do to prove to your loyalty? You guys, please. Don't let the cockiness of a young writer be the cause of anyone else. And he was humble. The same guy that created the story. Where a guy had a circus. Scott. He bought an elephant. After 2-3 weeks, the elephant, from being a friendly elephant, became very hard to get along with, and pretty soon he got that thing was hard to control. And so the circus owner decided, hey, I gotta get my investment back. So I think I'll sell it. As he tried to sell it, he couldn't sell it. So he made this thing fair. Whoa, that elephant, you spread it. Anyway, he couldn't sell his elephant. So he decided the next town he's going to go to, he's going to advertise in advance about the execution of his elephant. Thinking that perhaps if he would execute it, this might be an enticement for people to come and be as big as well. Well, he was right. He thought,
Take it away, the thing.
I changed. So sure enough, he went to the next town, had the elephant in a cage. There were people came in droves to see this execution of this elephant. Before he went to execute it, lo and behold, the same gentleman, that was this cocky young writer, approached the owner of the circus. Sir, I have the privilege of going into the caves to speak with the elephant. The elephant says, "You're crazy, you're gonna get killed." See, well, the elephant kills the guy, you know, he's then be more justified in killing the elephant. So the guy goes in there, and he begins to speak the foreign tongues, the elephant. The more he spoke, the more the elephant became friendly, in the same state that he was. The guy that came out and said, "Sir, that's an Indian elephant. Speak its language, Bangladesh. You'll never have a problem." The owner said to this joke, remember now, boss is the guy who talked to the leaders of the governments. "Sir, what is your name?" He said, "Rajat Chitra." That's a true story about Rajat Chitra. But what I'm saying here, that was a good story about communication. The guy went in there, he knew what the elephant spoke, he spoke his language, the elephant understood him and became friendly. So communication is what I'm trying to convey to you. In terms of a language, we hope to go all over it and become, bilingual Kenpo language. I'm sorry I use all these stories all the time. But as you notice, some of these moves that we're doing in the, what do you call them? Coordination exercise and stuff like that, are the same moves that you eventually will come across in some of these forms that you will notice. It's like the guy who took the place of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. What is the guy's name? What's the name of the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Quasimodo. So the guy went up and said, "I want to take Mr. Quasimodo's place. I want to be the head dog." So you get no arms. You need 2 arms to pull us on. So here's a lower set of, of bells. How would you do it? So you ran into him. He didn't get it face against him. It's not good, right? It's not too bad. He says, "Now let's go to the higher level, the bigger bells, and see what you can do there." He did the same thing. Gently hit him with his head and face, and it ran. So what about the biggest ones that we had? He went up there, he ran, he had full speed. Tripped, went right over the side, right down to his death. But there he was, down on the ground. They turned him over. All the people looked at him and said, his face sure rings a bell. So, some of these movements, these movements, it's time to ring a bell. Still here. Don't mind me and my stories. Paul. So what I'm saying to you is, please feel free to have open communication with me. I have to put it honest with me. Unfortunately, I had to release them over the years. Because they got to a point where they felt that in my death, they're going to take over. Nobody's going to take over but you guys. So I'm interested in coming. I jumped at the chance. Mr. Silva asked me to come because the more I can look at you, the more proteges, so to speak, that I can create. And when my time comes and the good Lord says, "Hey, it's time for you to go," there'll be enough of you out there to know what it is, to not fall to follow. That's where I'm here to share the knowledge, not to show you what I'm. And that's important. And I hope the 3 things that we covered today was beneficial to you. And I hope there'll be other such times when I come back here. Because I gotta tell you that the New England area has taken on a very important role. I don't know if you know that. The West Coast, you guys are buzzing. So no matter what, wow, these guys are so energetic, things are still popping up here because they're always reading about you guys. So now, all over. Maybe so. Anyway, do any of you have any questions that you might want to ask? You can benefit, yes.
When we be back in there.
What? He's a man, you can talk to him, you know, whoever, or maybe, and whoever asks me to come, I'll come. Just let me know well in advance, so I can schedule it in, because I'm pretty full almost every day I weekend. Fortunately, I had mistaken and put down next weekend for Salt Lake City. All of a sudden, they told me, no, it's not next weekend, it's this weekend. So I got my other boy, Frank Trail, with me and had him duplicate this weekend, because I felt it was more important to me to come here than in Salt Lake. In Salt Lake, I got prima donnas that need kicked in the ass. Huh? Frank will do it. And all these guys, they think they know Kenpo. They don't. They all want to, one be over there, have another, and I'm sick very much. So, any other thing you might want to bring up?
What's the ball?
Huh? Oh, wow, and Mr. Silva. Oh. Remember that if you treat people well, you never lose. Like, the reason I love the office, I was never fan of this, never fan. It was a good thing. He said, you know, my mom told me never ever forget my and to me, these big airplanes, 4-inch injector. You know, how to be, but it talks thing. Very humble, you know what I mean? Then one day, I don't know why all these people I know, I sit and wait like anybody else. So he told me. Now, that's what you gotta do. You gotta develop with students, you gotta be an example. That's important. I had a chick make my West LA school. She's fooling around with the women. Lost the reputation of all the black fellas. You know, he borrowed money from everybody, never paid her back. Stole thousands of dollars. But you don't need that kind of stuff. But she felt that everybody has to jump in upon my death and blah, 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 you know. And whenever I was a seminar, I found me, that's the whole thing about it. And he's claiming to be my protege, but every time I would throw a seminar, even within the proximity of an area, I'd send him a flyer. You know, they do the flyer. He threw it rubbish. I didn't know that till later. Boy, we got beat too. But, did you enjoy today?
Yes.
Let's have some more.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right.
Kenpo Creed, I come to you with only karate, empty hands.